Just because they provide a story does not mean that it's true or corresponds to reality. Malcolm-Jamal Warner did not die. This news comes on July 21st, which is 4 days before the release of Fantastic Four. And it's also 4 days before the release of Happy Gilmore, both being released on July 25th. Now, Adam Sandler, his first acting role was in The Cosby Show, and he appeared alongside Malcolm-Jamal Warner in an episode. And Adam Sandler is in the upcoming movie Happy Gilmore. And Happy Gilmore is a movie about golf. And golf is 4 letters. Golf in simple English gematria equals 40. And in golf, a warning is the word four. You shout out four when you hit an errant shot. So it's a warning. Four. Malcolm-Jamal Warner. So that's why this news comes 4 days before Happy Gilmore comes out on Netflix. This is all Netflix. It's all Hollywood. So what then is the story arc? July 21st is the date that the news of Malcolm-Jamal Warner came out. And as mentioned, it was 4 days before July 25th when Happy Gilmore and Fantastic Four comes out. And July 25th is 7 days before August 1st. And August 1st is an important date to watch because it's 7 times 4 days after 7/4, July 4th, in which the major story on July 4th was about flooding in the 28th state, Texas. And 28 is 7 times 4. And it was initially reported that there was 28 missing children. And 28 is 7 times 4. 28th state, 7 times 4. On 7/4, July 4th, which is 7 times 4 days before August 1st. Okay, and in the story, Malcolm-Jamal Warner, they say that he drowned. And this connects to July 4th because that was a flooding event. So this hints at water and floods, drowning. And Genesis 7:4, Genesis chapter 7, verse 4. For yet 7 days, and I will cause it to rain upon the earth 40 days and 40 nights. And every living substance that I have made will I destroy from off the face of the earth. So that's why you have these water events, flooding, and all the 7/4 connections. And in the verse, Genesis 7:4, it's a 7-day warning. And so that's why July 25th, the date that Fantastic Four and Happy Gilmore comes out, is relevant because it's 7 days before August 1st. Another aspect to all of this is the idea of quote unquote missing children. And I'm telling you right now, do not fall for this. Anyway, in the story on July 4th, the flooding, the main focus was on the missing children, which were said to be from a so-called Christian camp called Camp Mystic. And of course, the Bill Cosby character is known for having affairs with underage girls. And this is all part of the theater. And also, while all of this, all these news stories are occurring, you have Jeffrey Epstein in the news cycle. And this is all because they want to have this idea of missing children in the subconscious or the background. And once they start revealing this more and more to the mainstream, it's going to come out as a flood of information. And it's all to captivate the mind to lead to the next step. Okay, so when examining this story, there are many ways to see that this is a hoax involved in a much larger hoax. And just one example is this actor, Malcolm-Jamal Warner. One of the roles he played was as Al Cowlings in the television series The People vs. O.J. Simpson, which was about the fake O.J. trial. And in that story, Al Cowlings was O.J. Simpson's teammate, and he was the one driving the Ford Bronco carrying O.J. Simpson. And the news of Malcolm-Jamal Warner on July 21st was exactly 66 weeks and 6 days after the reported death of O.J. Simpson on April 10th, 2024. Nobody died either on that day. But anyway, you have 66 weeks and 6 days in between, and Warner played the role of Al Cowlings. And Al Cowlings has the initials AC, which hints at Antichrist. 666, 66 weeks and 6 days. So with the idea of Antichrist, Malcolm-Jamal Warner in simple English gematria equals 185. Donald John Trump in simple English gematria equals 185. Barack Obama was born August 4th, 1961, which is exactly 9 years and 14 days before Malcolm-Jamal Warner was born on August 18th, 1970. 9 years and 14 days. Why is that relevant? Because Strong's Greek Concordance, number 914, is the word Barachias. Barachias. And it was 9 years and 14 days in between the birth date of Barack Obama and Malcolm-Jamal Warner. And all of these details serve to keep the minds spinning, especially those who do this type of work and depend on this type of work, to keep the mind spinning as to who the Antichrist in the script is. Is it Barack Obama or Donald Trump? When in fact, it doesn't matter. Jesus Christ is Lord. Be free in Christ.